Okay, today let's talk about how to film yourself. If you're a new content creator slash filmmaker or someone who just wants to film yourself, learning how to film yourself is a very good skill to acquire. I've been creating on and off on Instagram and YouTube for just a month and a half, but I shot almost 90% of it by myself. While creating content, I learned and searched this topic because I don't want to rely on anybody and I don't want to bother anybody. Yep, that's it. And sooner or later, a day will come in your life if you're a content creator that you just have a spark of creativity and you want to shoot something, but there's no one to help you. And this video might save a day. So today we're gonna talk about everything: camera, audio, composition, coverage, and most importantly, light. Okay, let's do this. First, you need a camera of some sort. It can be anything: your smartphone, your DSLR, GoPro, literally anything that has a decent camera on it. And we are in 2024. Almost every smartphone has a decent camera. You can start with that. Then you need a tripod of some sort to mount your phone or your camera. I mainly use this Manfrotto tripod because you can take top-down shots with it. If you are using your cell phone, you can use something similar to this, but with a phone mount on top of it. Now, if you want to record audio as well, I want you to know that audio is 50% of the video, maybe more. You can watch a very bad quality video with a good audio in it, but you cannot watch a 4K or 8K video with a bad audio in it. You just can't. It's never been done before. So you need to have a good microphone. You can use a lavalier mic like this. This is a wired one, but there are wireless version available in the market. You can get one of those, and let me show you how you can use them. So this is a lavalier mic. Basically, a wire is connected to the camera and you can be anywhere in the frame and you should still sound pretty good. I'm like 15 feet away from the camera and I should sound good. I hope so. But this is the problem with this mic. If this doesn't bother you, you can get one of these. Or you can get a shotgun microphone, which is commonly used for vlogging if that is something you want to do. And you can use this with your phone as well. But if you're a bowler like me, you can get one of these. This is a professional grade shotgun microphone that is boomed over my head. If you want to record something like this, a mic similar to this will be a very good investment. And I just bought it, so if you can tell me how this sounds, that will be pretty good to know. Now that you have everything, how the hell do you frame? All these things are great, but knowing how to use them with good visuals to move your story forward is essential. To achieve that good framing is the most important aspect of how to film yourself. So let's talk about composition. A good rule of thumb is to use a rule of thirds, which means there are two evenly spaced vertical lines and two evenly spaced horizontal lines in your screen, dividing the frame into 9 boxes. If you're just filming yourself, you can place yourself in the center. But if there are 2 subjects in the frame, you need to place them along these lines or at the intersection of these lines. I know, and I'm not gonna make this much harder on you at the very beginning. So there's just one more thing you need to know about composition before we move further on to coverage. Whenever you're shooting landscape or wide angle, you need to frame for the horizon. Now what do I mean by that? It means placing the sky in the above 3 boxes and the earth in the remaining 6 boxes. And you can also reverse it, place the sky in above 6 and earth in remaining 3. This will just make the shot much more cinematic and balanced, and that is something you want to aim for. And there is no right way or wrong way to do this. These are just industry standard rules and ways to do this. Try to be as much creative as you can. Maybe you find your own style. Maybe you can find a unique way to frame. And maybe one day you'll be making a video to share it with the world. Who knows? Now that framing is out of the way, and I think you have a basic understanding of how to frame, let's talk about coverage. Coverage means taking multiple shots of the scene that you're in. So you have to take that wide shot, that medium shot, that extreme close-up, that medium wide, that close-up. If you're talking about it, show it. But I wanna warn you, this is pretty damn hard and it'll come to you after practice. But after so much practice, it's gonna take a lot of time for you to walk into a scene and just know where you're gonna place the camera. Why did you as a subject move to the right side of the frame? What's the motivation behind it? And please don't overlook this stuff, because anyone who's watching need to have context. Where in the world are you? Different visuals from different angle will help you move your story forward, and people will appreciate it. And as I said previously, it'll come to you after practice, after so much practice. So don't feel bad when you walk into a scene and you can't just figure it out. It's gonna take some time. And be ready to face a lot of problems, and there's gonna be a lot of problems. Being a filmmaker or creative in any industry means solving a lot of problems. So my advice is this: try to enjoy the process. Try to enjoy the filming process, because if you're not enjoying this, you're not gonna stick with it for the long haul. And being a filmmaker or being a creative in any industry, to be succeed, to be at some level, you need to give it years, at least years. Before you think about coverage or composition, you need to figure out what is my light source. If you're using the sun as your light source, how can you use it to your advantage? Let me give you an example. So for the sake of this example, I'm going to use my office. As you can see, the windows is very blown out, not a very good image. But by just placing our camera in a different direction, we can go from here to here. And look how much of a difference there is already. And you can do much more. You can diffuse the light even further by adding diffusion paper or with just white bed sheet. And this is just one way of doing it. And despite what every other filmmakers tell you on YouTube, gears matter. It helps a lot. I wouldn't be able to do what I do if I didn't have what I have right now. So if you're thinking about getting a light, go for it. I think you're all set to start your journey of creating content, and I'll be there to help you. Full disclosure, I am also very new to this creating content for these platforms. Although I am a freelance video editor, so I know some basics and some advanced techniques because of all the work I have done for my clients, but clearly not enough. But I hope you learned something from this video, and if you did, please consider hitting subscribe. It will help me a lot, and I'm gonna make these a series on how to film yourself with advanced techniques as we move forward. Keep creating, and thanks for watching.